I've got a practice game that will help you learn and or memorize a piece very thoroughly. It's called Red Light, Green Light, and if you've ever played this game as a kid or saw the adult super violent version on Squid Game, you know that you're supposed to move when there's a green light and freeze when there's a red light. Green light, you go again. So this game gives our muscle memory a big challenge. First, what is muscle memory? According to the Oxford Languages Dictionary, muscle memory is the ability to reproduce a particular movement without conscious thought, acquired as a result of frequent repetition of that movement. To be clear, our muscles don't really have a memory. This is our brain making new neural pathways and connections, so we just don't have to think about that movement quite so hard. And of course, it's more sciencey and complicated than that for sure, but that's the general idea. Muscle memory is a really good thing, but also a really bad thing sometimes. It's good because it helps us learn pieces faster, and it makes playing the pieces that we've practiced feel more effortless. And once that happens, we can dive deeper into a piece and peel back another musical layer because we have more room for conscious thought to think about more complex musical ideas like phrasing, articulation, and dynamics. And muscle memory stays with us for a very long time. So why then can muscle memory be bad? Well, because it stays with us for a very long time. That means if we learn something incorrectly, which happens to me all the time, and it gets deeply ingrained, it can be very difficult to correct and unlearn. Also, if we're playing something for memory and something interrupts our flow, like maybe you're nervous and so you feel differently, or you heard a loud bang or something, you'll find that with those interruptions, muscle memory can be very finicky and not dependable. I find it also makes us think we know the piece better than we actually do. So how can we make sure that we have a good mix of both muscle memory and actual knowledge of what's in the score? Well, we need to get rid of our take it from the beginning trigger. When we always start from the beginning, this acts like a trigger for our muscles and it sets our muscle memory in motion. And this is why it's challenging to start in the middle of a piece. So you'll need a partner to call out red light, green light, or you can find random timers online like the one I've linked in the description below. It's nothing fancy, but the nice thing is that you can give the timer a minimum and a maximum time in seconds, and it will just keep doing timers randomly. The higher your maximum amount of time, the easier it'll be. When the timer goes off, you have 3 seconds before the next random timer begins. So this gives you a nice real pause. You can choose to have a flashing screen when your timer goes off, or just a sound, or you can do both. Now, when you play the game, you will start from the beginning of your piece, but when the timer goes off or your friend says red light, immediately stop. Don't finish out the measure. Take your hands off the keys and put them in your lap. Then begin in the spot right where you stopped. If you can't manage to begin when your partner says green light or the timer resumes, stop the game and then practice beginning at that spot until you can begin from there. And then continue on with the game from that spot. By playing this game, we're interrupting our muscle memory and flow and forcing our body and brain to learn how to begin in very irregular spots. Because this can be difficult, I wouldn't play the game with a brand new piece. So wait until you have the notes and rhythm down. It's also a really great tool for memorization practice. The rules are the same, you just play the game without the sheet music in front of you. So give this game a try in your next practice session, and I'm betting that it will reveal a few or a lot of weak spots. And that's a good thing because then you can work to make those weak spots your strongest spots. And if you find it really helps you, share this game with a friend who might benefit from it.